former Liverpool boss Kenny Dalglish in a £1 million bid to win promotion to the Premier Division next season. Here's Steve Dixon again.
Welcome again along to Upton Park here in East London. Another Barclays League Second Division fixture. Charlton Athletic taking on Blackburn Rovers. As always, we'll check on the two teams and we'll start by looking at the Charlton lineup. And in goal, as always, it's Bob Boulder. At 2, Darren Pitcher. At 3, it's Scott Minto. At 4, it's the captain Andy Peake. Simon Webster at 5. Anthony Barness comes in at number 6, and in your picture there you can see Steve Gritt and Alan Kirby receiving their award from the manager of Barclays in Charlton, David Buck. Manager of the month in October, Steve Gritt and Alan Kirby, 14 points from a possible 18, 4 wins and 2 draws. A fine month for Charlton that saw them go second in the league. Continuing through the two sides, Robert Lee at 7 for Charlton. As I mentioned, Anthony Barness at number 6. He, of course, coming in for the suspended Steve Gassing. Robert Lee at 7. John Bumstead is 8. Carl Leaburn at 9. Gary Nelson at 10. And Colin Walsh at 11. Let's have a quick run through the Blackburn Rovers lineup. In goal, Bobby Mimms. At 2, it's Keith Hill. 3 is Alan Wright. 4 is Lee Richardson. 5 is Colin Hendry. Kevin Moran at 6. 7 Jason Wilcox. 8 is Mark Atkins. 9 Dave Speedie. 10 Simon Garner. And 11 Scott Sellars. The substitutes for Blackburn, Nicky Reid and Craig Skinner. And the substitutes for Charlton, Alex Dyer and Stuart Balmer. Referee David Axcell from Southend has checked with his 2 linesmen. And we're underway here at Upton Park. Blackburn Rovers are kicking from right to left. They're attacking the south bank with their supporters are grouped. They're wearing the famous colours of blue and white halved shirts and also blue shorts and blue socks. Charlton, of course, in their familiar colours, red shirts, white shorts and red socks, kicking from left to right, attacking their supporters on the north bank end. Speedie and Garner the targets. Pitcher the header. Down to Sellars. Sellars with a chance. Oh, I say, Scott Sellars, and that's a superb goal from the Blackburn number 11. A superb strike from all of 25 yards. And after just 5 minutes, Charlton found themselves behind. And you won't see too many goals better than that at Upton Park this season. Colin Walsh's against Brighton springs to mind, but that was as good, if not better, from Scott Sellars. A fine strike with his left foot into Bob Boulder's top right-hand corner, and Charlton are behind. Blackburn, of course, immediately installed as promotion favourites following the capture of Kenny Dalglish to manage the side, but certainly on 8th position, a lot to do to justify that billing. And again it's in low, and Nelson just got a flick on that cross from Colin Walsh and towed it past the goal, and I don't think Bobby Mimms would have got there. David Axcell, it's an indirect free kick, so David Axcell anxious for the game to carry on. Could this be a dummy? Walsh, chance for the drive! Blocked by Richardson, pitcher forward. Robert Lee now, can he get it across? Barness backing him up. Lee turns in one way, gets the ball across. Walsh with a shot, easy for Bobby Mimms. Driven forward by Hendry. Barness couldn't get there, it comes instead to David Speedie. Speedie turns back inside. The shot in the near post, Bob Boulder had to get down quickly. Alan Wright making the spare man on the left-hand side. Here is Wright for Rovers. In towards Speedie. Webster steps in with a good tackle. And now the ball away with Andy Peake. He's got Leaburn to his left and Walsh to his left as well. Play on, says the referee. Minto the overlap. And Walsh couldn't find him, but Leaburn might. Here's Walsh. Nelson and Leaburn Minto can get the cross as far as back as Carl Leaburn. He needs to try and turn here across the face of the goal. He's looking for Andy Peake, but that was good play by Atkins, who tidied up there in his own penalty area. And now Andy Peake breaking forward, a ball across to Leaburn. Leaburn's been held, surely is he? It comes out, can he get it back to Lee? He can. Lee the driver takes a deflection off Leaburn and goes wide. Good flick on by Speedie, and now Garner possibly trying to get in front of pitcher. Garner with a shot and just wide. And Charlton must be careful because Blackburn have broken now on a couple of occasions and look very dangerous. Now Leaburn on the chase with Moran. What can Leaburn's in front of Moran. Leaburn going to get his chance now for Charlton, and a good save by Mimms. And Carl Leaburn can't believe his luck as Charlton go close again. And now Garner inside to Sellars. Speedie now, can he get a strike on goal? Scott Minto did well there, and that was a very late challenge on Bob Boulder by Wilcox. Back to Lee the cross in to Leaburn, and Leaburn straight at Bobby Mimms, and Leaburn had a great chance there. Speedie now, turning away from Webster. Almost, Sellars could still get hold of this. And away from Andy Peake. Now Leaburn are going to have to get there in front of Hendry, but Hendry wins the tackle, and it might go anywhere. And Leaburn turns on the edge of his area and brings the ball away for Charlton. Oh, a lovely dummy by Leaburn. There's a man out on the left-hand side. It's Colin Walsh. Before in through Nelson. Nelson, can he get there in front of Richardson? But Richardson holds off Nelson. Darren Pitcher will take. Leaburn the target. Leaburn gets up, the flick on. Andy Peake racing into the box. Across the face of the goal. Great save by Bobby Mimms. A fine catch by Mimms and a good throw out as well. And here's Scott Sellars making ground for Blackburn on the left hand side. He's already run 60-70 yards. He goes past Barness, but Barness recovers well and now needs to get the ball away very quickly. Pitcher jumping, and Richardson forward for Speedie on the edge of the area. Speedie turning once and then twice, and now Sellars with a cross to the far post, and it's down. Wilcox couldn't get the shot in. It comes out to Carl Leaburn. The game starting to warm up here at Upton Park. Here's Colin Walsh. Robert Lee is the man outside on the right hand side. Lots of space for Lee, but instead it comes out to Leaburn. Leaburn advancing down the left hand side. Got to get the cross in early. Checks back Carl Leaburn. It's in for Scott Minto across to the far side. Robert Lee jumping and straight at Bobby Mimms. It'll come out to Nelson, and here's Walsh. Minto on the overlap. Colin Walsh has got Scott Minto outside him. He needs the ball early. Here is Minto. Minto can get the ball across now. He does so. It's all the way across the goal and out for a corner by Alan Wright, and it just won't go for Charlton this afternoon. Speedie, the cross to the far post, easy for Bob Boulder, and forward quickly from Boulder towards Leaburn. And Leaburn battling with Hendry, and that's a good battle, those two. And Leaburn gets the ball back to Robert Lee. And now Lee turns away and checks inside, and Lee's going to shape up a drive here. And oh, it's so close from Robert Lee. The left foot shot skidded across the turf and must have been no more than a foot away from Bobby Mimms' right hand post. And Speedie now. He's going to make Barness play this. And now Sellars needs men forward, and one of them is Wilcox, and Wilcox gets it back across the goal for David Speedie to score, and Blackburn have stolen a second goal completely against the run of play, and that just about wraps it up here at Upton Park this afternoon. And now Nelson's in for Charlton. Can he get there in front of Mimms? A good save again by Bobby Mimms. 28-year-old keeper there, diving at the feet of Gary Nelson. And Wilcox getting free on the left-hand side. It's over at the far post. Speedie rising off the bar from Speedie. A great jump from David Speedie. And Charlton lucky not to be 3-0 down. And there, in fact, is the final whistle. Blackburn Rovers have picked up their third away win of the season. Charlton have gone down to their third home defeat. The Blackburn players delighted. They celebrate in front of their own supporters. They took the lead on 5 minutes with a fantastic goal from Scott Sellars. It was a goal fit to win any game. So the 7,114 people here at Upton Park will go home disappointed, save for the Blackburn travelling fans. It finished here at Upton Park. Charlton Athletic 0, Blackburn Rovers 2.
Charlton's defeat at the hands of Rovers left the Valiants fourth from top in the Second Division Championship battle. After the match, first team coach Alan Kirbishley spoke to Steve Dixon about what has been for him a very up and down month.
Alan, a disappointing result on Saturday.
Yes, we didn't play that badly. I mean, I felt at least we deserved a draw, but it wasn't to be, and we ended up getting defeated, as we have done in most of the big games we've played lately.
And of course, it increased interest from the media as well, wasn't it, on Saturday?
Well, obviously with Kenny Dalglish and his lots of money, Blackburn coming down, and no first division game, I think the press took a day off and come and watch the second division game.
I mean, it's a hell of a comparison to make when you look at Blackburn having spent over £1 million in the last fortnight, and there's Charlton that haven't got that much money to spend at all.
Well, I mean, it's just not the second division. I mean, that happens a lot in the first. I mean, you get like Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United spending, enormous amounts of money, and the likes of Norwich and them sort of teams that don't. So it don't just happen in the second, but I think it's significant that if a team does do it in the second, I think there is more of a chance that they will buy success than in the first.
But are you hoping that the lads will bounce back on Saturday?
Well, yes. I mean, to be fair, we've drawn 3 and lost 2 of our last 5 games, and I firmly believe that if you analyse all the games, we deserve to have at least 4 or 5 more points.
And they've been against tough sides as well, haven't they?
Yeah, it's not so much that, but if you go through them, Southend away, I think missing 2 penalties, you don't deserve much more. Ipswich at home, at 1-1 we hit the bar and had a chance cleared off the line. Swindon at 0-0, we hit the post twice. And then again on Blackburn Saturday, they've had 1 shot after 5 minutes, and then for the next 65 minutes it was us. And unfortunately we missed a couple of really good chances. Both managers in our last home game, Hoddle and Dalglish, have both turned managers and said that they was lucky to get the result. But obviously it doesn't help. You haven't got no more points, but at least the lads are playing quite well.
Just one of the games you mentioned there, away at Southend, that was a memorable game for all the wrong reasons, really, wasn't it?
Well, yes. I mean, I'm extremely disappointed with my part in the effort. I fully expect to be charged and receive whatever punishment they think fit for my effort. But in saying that, I think that the game was ruined early on, and eventually we ended up playing better with 10 men. But once again, the game had already been ruined, and then the penalty decisions, and then missing the penalties. I mean, on the day we was happy to get the point, but afterwards, on reflection, I mean, we deserved 3 points, and it was, as far as we're concerned, another 2 points lost.
Now, looking at Saturday, it's Middlesbrough away. That's obviously going to be an interesting fixture, not just because it's second against fourth, but because of the Lenny Lawrence factor.
Of course, we're really looking forward to going up there and playing. And it'll be a chance for us to get back on a winning trail. I mean, if we can win there, not because it's Middlesbrough, but if we can win our next game after the run we've had, we jump straight back into the top 3, which is important. But obviously he's got the added spice with Lenny being there. I mean, it's funny really that his form has deteriorated the same as ours. So it'll be 2 sides going in, and we're both desperate for a win.
Talking about deterioration of form there, do you think that's got anything to do with the curse of the Manager of the Month award?
Yes, I mean, everyone's been saying that. I mean, it happens to a lot of managers. I mean, Ray Hartford said it to us on Saturday. Once you get that award, you don't win your next couple of games. I'd be more disappointed if we got the award and not won and played badly. But we've got the award, and as I say, we've not won, but we're playing okay. So hopefully our luck will change.
There's no need for us to be despondent, though, is there? I mean, although we haven't won for a couple of games, I mean, we're still 4th in the league, and there's no reason to get upset.
Well, I mean, we've got to the stage, me and Steve, now where we are disappointed and we are upset, and we're going to let them know on Saturday before the game that's the situation, because we don't believe that we're that bad to not win 5 games, not win a game in 5. And as you say, we've got Middlesbrough and then Cambridge, which is another tough game. Suddenly you could be on the receiving end of 7, which is unheard of in this league. You shouldn't be able to go 7 games unbeaten, and we hope we don't. If we do, we'll let the players know in no uncertain terms how we feel, and we might have to do something about it.